So welcome to part 2 of our session on improving systems management and operations with Sharp 2 reliability products. Some of you are, I think, at the morning session. Some of you may not have been, but just to kind of give you a brief overview, we started in the morning with sharing about 3 products or 3 sets of products that are being implemented already that have come out of the reliability focus area of the Sharp 2 program. So we kind of talked about some foundational tools this morning, kind of the area of institutional capability, and is your agency positioned well for transportation systems management and operations? Do you have a lot of the foundational pieces, the business processes, the workforce management, things like that in place for that? And we also talked this morning about one of the other pieces of what you need to really advance transportation systems management and operations is the knowledge. We talked about a knowledge transfer system that's being enhanced now as part of the implementation process to provide a place for one-stop shopping for resources on transportation systems management and operations. So another key piece of it. And then we talked about one of the specific kind of program areas that's very critical to having effective systems management and operations and improving reliability on our transportation system. And that's a course on traffic incident management for responders and collaborating across different disciplines that are involved in that training so that we can do it more effectively to better manage the system. So that's kind of where we were this morning. So we're going to take another step now and talk about 3 other kind of products or packages of products. These are ones that are getting ready to be implemented. They're not quite there yet, but they're very close. So part of this is going to be analytical tools. We're going to talk about a couple of different kind of tools. So when you want to advance operations in your area or in your agency, working with your partner agencies, how do you know what investments to make? How do you know if you're right now, how your system is operating now in terms of not just congestion but reliability? That was one thing we kind of looked at, that analytical tools were lacking in that area. And so we're going to have a presentation on that from Steve Onderly, and he's with the Transportation Research Board. He's the Deputy Director for Sharp 2 there, so he's going to talk to us about that set of tools. And then next we're going to have a presentation on regional operations forums. If you were here this morning, you heard some references to that. And those are kind of a piece to educate, to help train staff working in operations and partner agencies, both transportation and partner agencies, but also to help them collaborate better across each other and share information. So that's kind of another key piece. Do we have a workforce that is capable and is knowledgeable? And then, so that's going to be presented by Kathy Frankel, who's with the University of Maryland, the Center for Advanced Transportation Technology. She's a program manager there. And then for the last presentation, I'm going to present. I'm Tracy Scriba with the Federal Highway Administration. I'm our program coordinator for all the Sharp 2 reliability products. As you mentioned this morning, there's 26, so there's a good number. Some have been kind of packaged together for the sake of implementation. And I'm going to talk about a work zone analysis tool, so to kind of help us look at one aspect of what can make the system unreliable is work zones, and do we coordinate those or not. So that's kind of where we'll wrap up before the session later on this afternoon, then, to have a discussion on any of these products and also on systems management and operations, hopefully among everybody, not just with the speakers who will be there, but among all those who attend. So without further ado, I'll have Steve come up and start us off with talking about the analytical tools bundle.